here's all the new orders. So this is all the new equipment that came in. Whenever new equipment comes in, people always get freaked out that don't know why it's here or how it got here. So you got to get this stuff out. Don't leave boxes there. All right, what's up, vlog? It is a Tuesday morning here in the gorgeous state of Illinois, out in the suburbs of Chicago. I just pulled out of a surgery center where I've got a doc that is going to be doing a shoulder scope here in a few minutes. He's finishing up his first case right now. And I was making sure that they were set up because they just placed a relatively large stocking order for our equipment, and we got them two of our newest hand pieces. So I needed to make sure that I'm not going to stay for this case, so I needed to make sure that he had the right, the new hand piece in his surgery. Make some adjustments. The image isn't great, that's all right. Make sure that he had our new hand piece ready to go in this shoulder scope that he's going to be doing. So they're teed up, ready to go. That's kind of a big thing with MedSales is whenever you can't cover a case, and granted, I'm not selling products where it's like absolutely critical that I'm there for the procedure, right? Like I'm not selling implants right now, and so it's not a situation where the doc's going to have questions for me that are going to be critical to the outcome of the procedure. So it's not a situation where I need to be hanging out there all day. And so it's more so for the cases where you can't cover them, or that you're not going to be covering them because it's not a good use of your time. Finding a way to help out the staff in the center just to make sure that they're set up and ready to go with the equipment ahead of time is a good deal. Anyway, so I am driving now. I've got actually a trip to the south side of the city. It's going to take probably about an hour to get there. And it's a surgery center that just started stocking. They placed their first order stocking our equipment, and it arrived yesterday afternoon. So I am going there this morning right now just to make sure everything, number one, everything came in the quantities that we need, and it's the correct products. So the part numbers are correct. And then making sure that the hand pieces that get sterilized are properly sterilized and ready to go, because I've got a case there later this week on Thursday. And so just kind of get them comfortable. They get it's a new account. They get a big order of equipment. They've got a bunch of boxes sitting there. They want the reps to come in and kind of walk them through the steps of, all right, this is what it is. This is where it goes. We find a place on the shelf to put it. Just make sure that we're all set up and ready to go. So going to be doing that, and then I'm actually coming back to this surgery center. That's the plan, at least, for a shoulder scope with a different doc this afternoon, because I've talked to the doc this morning, last week, about the new hand piece that came in, or that were coming in, that did come in, and so he's ready to go. But the doc this afternoon I haven't seen yet since kind of confirming this order of new hand pieces. So I'll be there for his case this afternoon, teeing him up with our new hand piece that I think is going to be a big friggin' deal, and he's going to love it. So that is kind of the agenda today. The big things are make sure that this account is set up, the two docs that are using us here set up with the new hand pieces, that they're comfortable with them, they like them, and then get the new account, new surgery center set up with their first shipment of equipment. And then the rest of the day is going to be following up on some opportunities. Honestly, the best thing about having been acquired by a big company is now I've got a ton of reps that are already in the field that have relationships. So like yesterday afternoon, I was just sitting, I was at my house at like 3 p.m., like 3 to 4 p.m., probably for an hour, somewhere around there. I was just putting all of the new reps' contact infos in my phone, and then texting the key reps throughout the state of Illinois, or at least throughout the Chicagoland area, and hitting them up about our product, because it's now under their umbrella, and they have relationships. They're already in these accounts. They're already doing cases with doctors that could potentially use our device, and so making the introduction there with them and telling them, hey, look, I'll do all of the legwork. right? Like, I'll do the demo, I'll do the evals, I'll cover the cases, I don't care. Like, you just make the intro happen, and I'll take care of it from there. So anyway, it's just like, I was telling my wife last night, just like, this is so nice to have teammates again, versus the last year and a half just grinding, banging my head against the wall so many times, cold calling on, trying to walk into offices where I know the doc is legit and I know he's busy, but he doesn't know who I am and they don't know who our company is, and just getting the door slammed in your face consistently. It is so nice to have teammates now that where I'm sure there's so many of these docs, and honestly it's just going to take time to go through each of the different territories that we have to figure out who they have relationships with, who's using our product currently that does sports cases that would be interested in seeing this device. And then it's just a matter of, hey, whenever you're doing cases with him next, you've got total knees or total shoulders with him next week, let me pop in there and we'll demo with him between his cases. Having that kind of an access, game changer. Anyway, so pumped about that. Yeah, so that is that's the agenda today. I will check back in with you all later. All right, so here, kind of in the back storage area of the surgery center, and here's all the new orders. So this is all the new equipment that came in. Whenever new equipment comes in, people always get freaked out that don't know why it's here or how it got here. So you got to get this stuff out. Don't leave boxes there. You can't be leaving boxes like in the surgery center. Just out of sight, out of mind, put it on the shelf, find a place to put it, store it, and get your stuff out of there, and then it won't be a problem. All right, what's up, vlog? To the surgery center where I was at this morning. I've got a shoulder scope this afternoon with the doc. We've got our new handpiece in here, so walk him through it, make sure he's happy with it, which he obviously will be. And it's going to be a little bit unexpected for him, but it'll be a nice surprise. At the previous surgery center where I stopped and I was unpacking their shipment, part of their shipment did not come in. And so that's why, one of the reasons why you want to stop at those facilities where you've got, where they recently purchased, especially for the first time, just to make sure that everything came in correctly. Everything was still in boxes. You can't just expect the account to unbox everything and put it where it needs to go. So I had to find a new cart to put our unit on. Had to wipe that down, clean it, because it was in a back room. So we brought that into the OR area, cleaned it, put our stuff on it, stacked it with the disposables. But then I'm missing some of the disposables did not come in. So had to send an email over to customer service to make sure that they, if they show that those disposables were sent in, then I got to figure out where they are, but I didn't see them anywhere. And they said, the account said that they didn't come in. So maybe those are still on the way. Anyway, when I walked in there, I did this deal. I got them to place the stocking order last week, and I worked with a couple of people in the account to make it happen. But there's still a lot of other people in those accounts that aren't involved with that process, especially if they're a relevant person in the mix and they don't know why you're there, or they just see a bunch of shit come in. You gotta manage that well. Like, you don't want to. So I walked in there, for example. I walked in there, and he's probably their, I don't know, business office manager or administrator. He was on the email exchanges last week when we were ordering this stuff, but he at least acted like he didn't exactly remember what was happening. And he's like, so you had stuff shipped in here. Is there a case coming up? I'm like, no, we're just leaving it here. We're putting it on the shelf so that we have, we don't have to run it back and forth and da-da-da. But it was just kind of, not everyone was on the same page. So I just really tried to, nothing to see here, folks. I'm just going to grab my little box over here. We're going to put it back there. I'm going to pull these disposables, put it in the cart, and I'm going to bounce, out of sight, out of mind. And so that's why I've got boxes in here, empty boxes, that I just don't want to make. I don't want to make it a big deal or a bigger deal than it currently is. They don't. There are times to fly below the radar, and there are times to make a ruckus and try to get things done. But when I got things done last week and got the deal done, now I'm not trying to make a ruckus. I'm trying to fly below the radar, get it in there. Once it's in those facilities, it's a lot easier to just get them to reorder it. It's a lot easier to get the other physicians, surgeons that go to those facilities to use it. So it's just about getting it in there. They'll forget we even, started stocking it a week later. But now we have it in there, and instead of me having to bring the equipment every single time for this doc, now it's ready to go. And they've got, there's another sports doc that goes there that hopefully we can get him to trial it. Now that's quote unquote on the shelf. Yeah, what else? Then another benefit of being with the big company, I was notified, or I'm on a text thread with a handful of reps, and there's a case tomorrow morning with the doc who I've demoed our handpiece like a year ago with him, longer than that, over a year ago. And he was super interested originally, but the specific disposable device that he would use, we didn't have until 2.5 months ago probably. And so I've tried to get back in front of him, but haven't been able to. But now we're doing with another one of the, like a different product, but under the same, a Zimmer Biomet product. We're doing a case with him tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. where, I could just go there with the other rep, and I'm there learning the other product. But, oh, by the way, let me show you this handpiece that we talked about last time, or a year ago. And so it's really the access to doctors is the biggest benefit. But anyway, yeah. All right, I'm gonna run in here and we're gonna knock this one out. See you guys. All right, back in the car, fools, because I spend all day in the car, it seems like. However, I feel like this whole day I've been talking about the benefits of working with a larger group. I'm literally standing in the OR there, doing that shoulder scope, and I get a text from one of the ZB reps on the south side of the city saying, hey, can you have your stuff at this surgery center for a 1 o'clock case tomorrow? I'm like, hell yes, I can. So that's just so nice. It's so great to have a team of reps now helping me instead of me just grinding away and setting up cases for me. They've got the relationships, so if that goes well, might be able to get another stocking order from them before the end of the month. That'd be a nice little holiday gift that keeps on giving. Anywho, I am now just left the surgery center, and it is time for an afternoon cup of coffee because I feel like I'm dogging it. If I get to, it's 3 o'clock right now, if I get to 3 o'clock and I haven't had an afternoon cup of coffee, I feel like the world is ending. And then I have an afternoon cup of coffee, and it's like I'm on top of the world. It's so crazy. I'm a straight up drug addict. I think is how that's classified. Anyway, I think it's about all I got for you guys today. If you haven't yet, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. Even if you don't like the videos, just do it anyway, because it'll help my self-confidence, and more importantly, it helps the channel. Give us a thumbs up, throw a comment or whatever if you have questions. Anyway, thank you guys for listening, and we will see you on the next one.